Okay, hello, and we are live. So today we're making some red, white, and blue pretzel treats. And I've already started to melt down our dark chocolate melting wafers. I figured that would be a fun base because we're gonna do a wreath. And I prefer the chocolate flavor with the pretzel. Just kind of mixing that up. This definitely needs a little bit more time in the microwave, but I'm trying to just kind of break down some of these bigger pieces here. Okay, still definitely needs some more time. So I'm gonna do like 15, 20 seconds in the microwave. We're gonna start to shorter increments now. I started with 30 seconds twice. I just wanna make sure we don't overheat them because that would not be fun. Okay, and we're gonna use our classic mini pretzel twists. So just these size, or this size I should say. I'm gonna scooch this over. I'm gonna do the wreath over here, and then we can use this other side to do something else that's another fun little pretzel treat idea. Okay. We're continuing to mix. Trying to make sure all of our little pieces are melted, but we don't want to stick it in there right away, so we're just kind of stirring to see if that heat continues to melt them. Okay. We're looking pretty good. I don't see any little, I think just some air bubbles. There's like one little piece, but just stir a little bit more. I think we're looking pretty good. Let's start our dipping. So I'm gonna try and have that kind of in frame, but we're gonna work with our pretzel wreath over here. I wanna have some pretzels out here ready to go. No broken ones, just all the whole ones to make it easier. Okay, and if I remember correctly, I need like 20 of them to make this wreath. So it's like 12, 16-ish. Okay, this is more than enough, but we'll have extra pretzels to work with afterward. Okay, that should be good. Just gonna get that out of our way for a sec, and I'm gonna use some forks to help with dipping. You can use like the special dipping tools, but I always have trouble getting those to work with me. So I always find that just some simple long prong forks actually can be like the best tool for it. So we're just gonna start to dip our pretzels. And we have like what I think of as like the top part right there. We're gonna tap that excess off. Kind of scrape it, and then we're going to sit down right about here. I'm gonna try and work quickly so we can make this all nice and even as well. There we go. And then we're going to place it right next to it so it'll connect. Okay, and like I said, we're gonna try and work quickly so I can kind of like adjust them if I need to make it a nice circle. The very first time I made one of these, I made it like exactly a good circle, so let's see if we can try and do that too. Okay, I'm thinking I'm gonna bring in our secondary fork here. Start to scooch a couple of these over. Because basically it's like 10 pretzels per row. So we're doing one circle with 10. So I want to scooch this on down a little bit. I can break off this excess chocolate right here. I'm just trying to make it a little bit more even. Oop. I like to have it flat while tapping it because it always just has a nice smooth covering. If you kind of angle it, it kind of gets this little like ripply effect that I don't want in the final product. Okay, we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more to go. And I'll definitely have to fix these up a little bit. Once we get our base done, it's a lot easier to work with. So I'm going to scooch this on down. I just want to make sure that they're all touching. So that makes it easier. Oh, you're starting to set. I'm going to grab my kitchen torch. Try to melt this. Ooh! That was not expected. I don't know what that did. Okay, that's more normal. I must be very, very careful when using kitchen torch. Okay. I'm gonna trying to see if I can melt this. If I can't get it exact, then they're all touching. We're gonna cover it up in another line. So it's not gonna be a perfect circle, but it doesn't have to be to taste delicious and look really cute. Yeah, these are starting to set just a little bit too much. It's close enough. We're gonna roll from here. And we're just gonna do the same thing, but we're going to add another layer on top and kind of stagger their placement. Ooh. So same angle, and then we're going to place it right in between to overlap. So we're connecting them together even more. That's gonna annoy me. There we go. Okay, just continue the process. Hello, happy Friday. How did last weekend go? Thank you so much for asking. It actually went really, really well. I had all my class materials ready to go, and everybody in the class seemed to have a really good time. And people were saying that some people were saying that they had never successfully made caramel before, and they were finally able to make caramel for the first time, and they were so excited. So it was a really great weekend. And also I got to take some really fun classes, which I've already started posting about. Awesome, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you so much. Thank you again for asking. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. If you ever have a chance to go to Bake Fest, it's just a really cool, positive experience for the whole weekend. And it's just been like busy trying to edit everything, and everything since then. It feels like it's just been super busy. Oh, of course, you were a great teacher. Oh, thank you so much. What else would you be? I appreciate that. You know, and I think I realized afterward, I was like, doing the lives with all of you actually, I think, has helped me really prepare for a live class. So I've unintentionally been practicing with all of you every week. That definitely made it a lot of fun. Oh, excellent. Yes. And thank you so much for being here again, Sammy. And I haven't had a chance to go check for your DM, but I will work on that. Like I said, this week is just, it flew right by. I don't even know how it's already late May. I feel like this month has just gone by so incredibly fast. I mean, the whole year is going by really quick, but something about May just feels very rapid paced. Okay, we just have a couple, I think 4 more to finish off this. And then, let me see if I can read the chat at the same time. I'm just taking a quick stop on the live and then have to go pretty quickly to finish packing for a church camp. Oh, have fun. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I can't believe it's already almost freaking June. I know, it is wild. Like every year feels like it goes faster, but like I said, this year just there's something about it that feels like it's just on like accelerated mode the whole time. Okay, just 2 more. Apologies if my voice is weird today. The allergies are once again kicking into overdrive. They've been just so lovely this week. I'm trying to look. The wreath looks cute. Thank you. And it's not even done yet. I love your wreath. Thank you so much. And ever since I made that first one for Easter, I was like, I need to make more of these. These are a lot of fun. Trying to make sure it's somewhat smoothish. Oh, this one's kind of like angled a little bit, so that's why. Okay. But they're all staggered, they're all touching, so everything is connected now. And we can set this to the side. And then we want to let that set first, which it's actually setting fairly quickly. So I'm going to start to melt down our melts because I think we can finish off this one before doing just a few simple single pretzel decorations. So we have our white vanilla melting wafers. I'm going to start to melt those down, starting with 30 seconds in the microwave. You could use a double boiler. I always get nervous about water getting into it though, because that would make the melts or chocolate, whatever you're using, seize. Okay, sorry, I have to go. Can't wait to see the end results. No worries. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have fun on your, I think you said you were going to a retreat or a camp or something, so have a lot of fun with that. What is next? Okay, so we want to have our stuff ready. I'm going to do, I think, a drizzle. Last time I did just like remelting the top and adding sprinkles, but I have some really fun kind of pearlized sugar sprinkles here. So we're going to do a white kind of drip over the top and then add those sprinkles. What are you making? Great question. We're doing pretzel treats today. Let me scoot you on over. So this is a pretzel wreath that we just put together. And we're going to do a white melting wafer drizzle over top of that with some sprinkles. And then we have one more thing I want to try for some small pretzel treats. Just some easy, we're doing red, white, and blue themed today because it is Memorial Day this weekend here in the US. Okay, so just mixing these up. Of course, they're just barely starting to melt. So we're gonna stick that back in the microwave again. So sorry, Emma. So sorry I asked. Oh no, you can of course ask. I love people popping in the chat and asking questions. I was just wondering, I wasn't here for that long to see. I'm not sure if you told what you're making. Yeah, but I have no problem repeating anything, so always feel free to ask questions. I do not mind at all. Yeah, so this is our pretzel wreath that we just did, and if you want to check it out later to see how I actually like put this together, then this will be put up on the channel after. I don't know how long it takes exactly for it to go up. I think it might go up immediately, but it will be up on the live tab on the channel. Okay, let's start to mix these. I'm nervous about like holding it over, so I'm just gonna mix over here. Especially because sometimes the bowl starts to get really, really hot with these melts. And mix, mix, mix. Okay, I'm just trying to keep stirring here. Last week's went up immediately. Okay, cool. Thank you for letting me know. I'm always kind of curious. Like I can see it on my end, but then sometimes it doesn't show it to me unless I go specifically to the tab. So I asked because I don't know if you said what you were making. That's why. Again, no worries. Feel free to ask any questions that you have. Just trying to see if these little pieces are going to melt down. You can see still some little chunks in there, but I can feel like how warm it is. Only 4 hours. Sorry, what do you mean by 4 hours? Can you specify, Christy, in the chat for me? Okay, I think still a couple little pieces, just still stirring through to see if the residual heat kind of melts everything down. We're almost there. He meant only 24 hours. Only 24 hours. I'm sorry. Maybe it's because it's Friday. I am lost at the moment. What do you mean by only 24 hours? I just want to make sure if I can help in any way with any kind of specific questions you might have. Okay, I think we're looking good. I don't think I have to stick this back in the microwave. I don't see any little pieces left. So I'm going to get a, I think I'm going to do piping bag because sometimes it gets too gunky on the spoon. That's how long it takes to post the video. Oh, interesting. Okay. So I guess maybe for some people it shows up right away. Some people it might show up a little bit later. I need to look more into how exactly that works because I thought it was like, it should be right away or within a couple hours, but I'll need to see. Okay, so we have a piping bag here, and these are mostly set. You can see that it went from kind of glossy to more of like a matte kind of finish. Maybe just like a little bit left right there because that was the last one that we put on, but it's set enough where we can do our drizzle. And of course we want to get our sprinkles ready. So we have our blue and red pearlized sugar sprinkles. And pearlized just means that it has like a shiny, it looks almost like it's been sprayed with edible glitter. I sent the one from last week to my mom right away because she remembers me asking for the recipe for you, and I liked that you made and thought she would too. Oh yes, thank you for sending me that again. Like I said, I'm hoping that this next week will be a little bit less crazy and I can actually check it out and try it out. And someone says, yum, thank you so much for joining, Callum. I hope I said your name right. And we're going to pour our melts into our piping bag here. We don't need a ton at all, not anywhere near this whole bowl. So just a little bit, even this is quite a bit. No worries, like I said, no rush. I appreciate that. But I will for sure let you know when I do get a chance to. I've also been trying to work on a couple tutorial videos to post for you guys. And like I said, the time seems to be going by crazy fast because it feels like every time I sit down to work on it, it's like, oh, it's the end of the day already. Okay, so I'm just cutting a little bit of the piping bag off. Not too much, but not too little because then it's a really thin, pretty drip, but it gets really hard and almost sometimes makes the piping bag like burst because of how much pressure there is. So we're just going to do a nice, I think I'm going to do a drizzle this way and then a diagonal, like perpendicular, if you will, to it. So we start off of the thing and then we're going to just be quick, quick, quick. And because it's kind of thin, we can even go over like that. I love how fancy a drizzle makes something look, even though it's just really easy. Okay, and then immediately adding our sugar sprinkles. And we wouldn't want to add our sugar sprinkles right when we do the dipping of the pretzels because it kind of, sugar sprinkles for whatever reason kind of sink down into it, whereas if you were to do that with nonpareils, totally fine. But sugar sprinkles kind of sink and get lost. So at least that's what I've noticed. A little bit more blue over here. I want to be very generous with our sprinkles, of course. One more red. And then we can, once this sets, we can pull it up and shake off all the excess. Beautiful. Thank you so much. What are you? 1E. I don't even know what your name is. You couldn't be a little bit more creative with your stuff? Bye-bye. Been placed on timeout. Okay. I feel like any kind of baking creator gets those kind of questions all the time, or those kind of comments, and it's just like, you don't know how science works and you can't find anything else to say. Okay, now we're gonna move over here while we let that set, and we're gonna try out something really fun with our melts. Oops, gotta clean up the side of the bowl. Okay. Oh my goodness, these allergies today. Whew. Some people, I swear, just can't let others have a good time. I know, right? It's just, but that's what's fun. I realized on a recent, like a live, a couple, I guess it wasn't that recent because of how fast time is passing. But with the last month or so, I realized I can put people on timeout, which is kind of hilarious to me. So I decided to put him on timeout. Okay, these feel like I need just a smidge more time. I'm gonna do 10 seconds in the microwave just to make sure they stay nice and melty. But yeah, if you follow any kind of baking creators, or if you are a baking creator or anything like that, like anybody that does geared more towards sweet stuff, it's like guaranteed somebody's gonna say something like that. You're so kind and bubbly. Oh, thank you. And skilled, but haters are always gonna hate, unfortunately. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. And yeah, that's just unfortunately the nature of being on the internet these days. And I feel like in the past it like definitely would have bothered me, but now I'm just kind of like, I don't have time to do anything even considering something like that. So it's like, if you have that much time to just, you know, be a little nuisance or mean to people, I don't understand wanting to use your time. Our time is so precious. Like, there's so many things people can be doing and they decide to do that kind of stuff. So I just kind of like, I feel bad for you more than anything. Okay, that feels a lot better. It feels a little more loose. Good for you. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, it's just, I think, developed over time. Because like I said, at the beginning of this, I actively avoided comments sometimes because of just the nervousness of people being mean. And now it's just like, whatever. Just, you know, if you're sad, then you feel like you need to take it out on somebody, that's your issue. Okay. So we got our pretzels. I want to try marbling because I've seen people do this before. Oh, exactly. Okay, trying to shake up these colors. So these are oil-based colors. That's what we want to use for candy melts and chocolate and that kind of stuff because it won't seize. So we have our red oil-based color. You can also use powder color, but I'm using these ones today to try and do like a marble. There's royal. Have I even... I have not opened the royal, yet somehow it's already dirty. I don't know how that happened. Okay, but we shook it up, which should be... I'm gonna shake it just a little bit more, just Eh. Okay. Trying to make sure it's all mixed again. We're gonna do little spots of blue. Oop. Extra one escaped me. Okay, and now we're gonna do red. Okay, and then we're going to take our stick tool and just try and see if we can marble this around together. So I usually mix these in individually first, so I want to see if this will actually work. So thank you for indulging me. Kind of want to mix a little bit more. Mix it too much, it will become purple, which is not a bad thing, but it's not what we're going for. Okay, let's see what happens with this. I need a different fork. That is not with chocolate. One thing I've learned from baking from my mom is that everything gets dirty. Very, very true. I try and keep things clean, and then like this blue, I'm just like, I didn't open you yet. Okay, so we're taking our pretzel and we're going to dip in here. And try not to mix too much. Okay, it's not as vibrant as I want, but it looks really cool. Maybe we can add some sprinkles to it. See if I just stick it straight down and cover it and then pull it up. Watch out. It's blending into like some kind of grayish color, but again, it looks cool. That looks cool. Thank you. Yeah, not as intended, but I mean, serendipity, if you will. It still looks fun. Oops. I like all the stripey kind of effect on it. It looks really fun. And like I said, to kind of add a bright pop of color, because it is darker than I intended, we can add some sprinkles to brighten it up a bit. Also, I have some, totally forgot about these. I have some little gold stars that we could add too. Don't know if you can see that. Do like the beauty blogger thing. Okay, let's do a few more of these and then we can decorate them really quick. Oops. That one didn't get dipped all the way. Okay. Okay, couple more. It'll be interesting to see when I remelt this later what color this all becomes. That's so neat. Thank you so much, Sammy. And then, oh, hello. Thank you so much for joining. And again, congrats on graduating this semester. That's so awesome. Okay, let's do one more.
Pretty.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, gotta get it caught up in the chat. My mom makes chocolate strawberries that are dipped. Dude, does she do something like the marbling? I've seen that and it's really cool. Either way, though, chocolate dipped strawberries are delicious. Those look amazing. Thank you so much. I love those so much. Thank you, everybody. Okay, so let's scooch this on over so we're in frame. Doesn't look so cool. Thank you. Okay, and I think that this still looks pretty, I don't want to say wet because that sounds awkward, but you know what I mean, like still melty, if you will. So we're gonna add some sprinkles, and I think I want to include some of these cute little stars that I showed just a sec ago. Let's see, I don't want to do clumps of stars. I want them to actually be like kind of evenly distributed, which they're still falling in clumps. I love these stars, but they can definitely be a little bit tricky to sprinkle sometimes. I also keep wanting to stick to my finger. uh, Oh man, making some awesome pretzels. Ah, thank you. What time is it for you? It is 10:30 where I'm at. How about you? Come on, stars, work with me. Okay, we're just gonna go for it to get these to actually sprinkle in some way. This one looks a bit lonely. Okay, I'm gonna call that good for now. And let's see if we can add like a little bit of the red and blue, not a ton. So we don't want to cover up that kind of cool streak and marbling kind of situation. 12:30. Okay, so you're like Central Time. Nice. Okay, so just a light little sprinkle, but we're trying to work quickly before it sets. These are coming out differently than what I had in my head, but they still look really fun when things work out like that. Okay, I can tell that one's starting to set, so I need to add my blue. Okay. Pretty happy with that. Like I said, different than what I had anticipated, but I think it still looks kind of fun. Okay. Got a couple little extra stars here, so it's gonna, they might not stick, but what we can do is we don't have to waste any kind of sprinkles or anything. I usually kind of save them in a container, and I'll take the extra sprinkles, extra melts, like the drizzle from over here, and just kind of put it all into a container, and then eventually when I have enough, I melt it down and kind of turn it into like a bark. Sometimes it looks kind of funky with the combination of colors, but that's a way, if you're concerned about waste, if you were to make something like this, then you can definitely save it for another project. Okay, and that's it for today for our live, but I want to see how this turns out when we remove all the excess sprinkles. So let me kind of shift you down here and bring you this way. And let's see, oh, I'm nervous to touch it. I'm grabbing my offset spatula to kind of help pry it up a little bit. So it's like, if I had one favorite kitchen tool, it'd probably be the offset spatula. I use it for so many things. Okay, let's try picking it up. And we can break off these excess pieces. They break off super easily because they're really thin. Just like that, just barely touch it. So it'll help kind of it up a bit. Carefully shake, shake, shake the excess off. And we still have tons that stuck, so we're still good. Yay! And it's not perfect circle, but it's pretty close. Let's see. I gotta clean my hands. They're starting to get dyed from the sprinkles. Having my fingers dyed because of all the different food coloring and all that kind of stuff, which is part of the reason I'll wear gloves when I do that kind of thing. I would love to see you make the bark. Yes, definitely. When I get a chance to combine some stuff, I will for sure make a probably a shorts video for that. My Wi-Fi is bad right now, so if I miss out, we'll shoot. Or well, then shoot. Well, you can always, of course, check it out when it gets posted later. Wow, thank you so much. Your mom does, oh, not just strawberries, but pretzels too. That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like they kind of go hand in hand because it's really easy to get set up to do both of them. And I mean, both are delicious, of course. Let's see. That's it for that. These should be set by now, so let's check out one of them. I think I'm partial to this one because it has like a lot of marbling on it. I don't know if you can see. There you go, kind of focusing. Yay! And it's just really easy to pop off the excess. Like you can see this one has a few different ones. Same thing as the wreath. But this inside one, I'll sometimes take, where are you? The thing that we use to blend the colors can kind of like help poke through and kind of break parts of that up. Just like that. Now I have sprinkles on my fingers again. Okay. Yes, those look remarkable. Oh, thank you so much. They look even better close up. Yeah, I think especially this one, I'm very partial to. There's something about this one that just I love a lot. So cool. Thank you so much. Well, that's it for our today. Make sure to keep checking out more shorts videos. Next week, I believe, is going to be, if I remember off the top of my head, supposed to be summer cupcake topper ideas. So if you want to for sure double check that I'm right on that, they are already posted. The schedule's already posted for that, and I'll be updating, I think this next week with our next set, so through June and everything. So keep an eye out for all that kind of fun stuff, shorts videos every day, and I have a couple tutorial videos that I have been working on that I'm hoping to get out within like the next week. So keep an eye out for those as well. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you. Much appreciated. It was fun to watch and interact again. Yes, thank you so much for being here, Sammy. I really appreciate you hopping in the chat and chatting with me. I don't, it's like okay to talk to myself, but I really appreciate you being in the chat to talk with me. Let's see, I think that's it for today. I'll post pictures, of course, of these later and maybe even do a poll of which you like better, the plain ones or the wreath. And yeah, stay tuned for more fun stuff coming up. And I hope you guys all have a really, really great weekend, nice long weekend, and I'll see you very soon. Okay, have a great weekend. Bye.